Chapter 9 covers managerial support systems and is a pretty interesting chapter because it gives you a lot of really neat examples to take a look at. I'm not going to spend as much time on this one as I did Chapter 8 just because I want you to take time to look through, look at the pictures, click on the links, look at the videos, read the articles, and everything that are posted in the PowerPoints because there is a lot of interesting information here. Just for starters, this chapter talks about management, decision making. Managers' jobs are threefold, as according to Mintzberg from 1973: interpersonal roles, informational roles, and decisional roles. The one that we're mainly interested in here is the decision making role of a manager. When you have to make those tough calls, you want to rely on information to make those calls, and what we're talking about here is how you gather that information in different ways that information can be presented to you to help make a decision. Chapter talks about decision making processes, but what I'm more interested in for you just in this short video is the reason why managers need IT support. And these are no-brainers for all of you. You experience this every day. The number of alternatives considered increases, so you've got more to look through, but you've got less time. So you've got more to consider, less time to do it, the decisions are more complex, and the decision makers and the information are sometimes in different locations. So just like all of you are geographically split up, you've got work to do, and you've got to work together. Technology brings everything together for you. This gives you a framework of computerized decision analysis. We'll talk about some of these things in just a moment. Now here it is, the problem structure. Most problems are either structured, unstructured, or semi-structured. A structured problem is something that's almost a low-level decision within an organization. One of those things that you can almost program that when X happens, then Y. It's very straightforward. A lot of this would fall into the category of things like inventory management. When inventory falls below a certain level, then we place an order to replace our stock. Okay, and every month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever type of schedule you're on, you review your inventory levels, your sales levels, and you adjust that number as much as you need. So it's a very structured decision. There's hard, fast data as to how you're going to make decisions. Unstructured decisions are much more difficult. Where are we going to be 5 years from now? What product markets do we need to enter? What product markets do we need to leave? What products do we need to bring out? What changes do we need to make? What are our competitors going to do? Very unstructured decisions. Basically, the difference in those two is the difference in whether or not you've got the information or you don't. If you've got the information to help make a decision, it can be very structured. But the times when you don't have the information is when it's very unstructured and difficult. Now, also, the very unstructured decisions are also the ones that have the biggest impact on your organization. So you want as much information as possible, even about the unstructured decision. Semi-structured, in the middle. Basically, the way I like to present this is your strategic plans are very unstructured in that you don't know what's going to happen over the next 5 years, but you've got to make that plan. Your very structured decisions are the day-to-day operations. Well, somewhere in between your strategic plan and your day-to-day operations is middle management, whatever you want to call them. They're the guys in the middle that take that 5-year plan and they break it down into, here's what we've got to accomplish this quarter. Here's what we need to get done year so that we're on our way to achieving our 5-year plan. And those are sometimes semi-structured decisions because you've got more information than you do over the 5-year plan, but you've got less information than you do for the day-to-day operations. So these are semi-structured decisions that tend to lead the structured decisions. The nature of decisions, strategic, management, and operational. This also flows along the same lines as strategic is very unstructured, management control is semi-structured, and operational is very structured. So you can kind of put those together that way. Then we get into business intelligence systems. This is some really interesting stuff. You've got data mining, you've got dashboards, decision support systems. I want you to spend some time reading through this and take a look at it. Just want to point out a couple of pictures here that are real interesting. These dashboards that pull in different information and put it all in one place, and you can click through different sites. You get some of this with your the CAPSIM that you're doing for Dr. Roberts. And so the dashboard here gives you this overall picture of everything that's going on with a certain area. There's different examples here. Bloomberg Terminal, Management Cockpit. I would love to go into one of these rooms. I've only seen them in pictures because we can't afford that many monitors in one room on a college campus unless it's a student lab. So never been in one of those, but I'd love to just be in one and be in one of those meetings sometime to see what it's like. Data visualization, then we get on down to geographic information systems, virtual reality. There's a whole lot of stuff down here that's real interesting. Just take some time to look through this. Basically what this is all about is taking the information that's there and presenting it in a way that's easy to understand, that you can get your hands around it and you can really get a good feel for what the possibilities are, what the options are, and hopefully make a good decision. Finally, we're down to intelligent systems, artificial intelligence, expert systems. All of these things are there to support the decision maker. So enjoyed looking through this chapter. This one's a lot of fun. Some of the things that we're looking at here are stuff that's almost like from Star Trek, but we're actually more advanced than Star Trek now, except for the Beam Me Up Scotty part. We haven't quite got that down pat yet. But everything else is much, much more advanced. So if you have any questions, give me a call or shoot me an email.